Our last presenter is Roger Zaldivar. Roger, what do you have?
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. It was really challenging to pick through those amazing free papers in this meeting. It was really a great meeting with lots of new information. But we'll particularly focus on the pinhole IOLs. So this final paper, I just wanted to share it because I was impressed by the versatility of Bruno Trindade from Brazil, and it's a pinhole implantation after posterior capsule opening. So I don't know if you are familiar with this device, but it's very interesting, the concept of small aperture for corneas that have high aberrations. This is a patient that around 47-year-old with keratoconus, as you can clearly see, and with a very large mesopic pupil of around 4.5 millimeters. And with this were his vision. The vision was 2800 with J7 and 2000 with that refraction -6, -3 against the rule. So while Bruno was doing the procedure, you will see after removing the nucleus, he realized that there was a hole in the back. So one of the problems is this lens goes in the sulcus. So now he has a problem. He has promised this patient to do a pinhole IOL. This patient was undergoing the procedure for a pinhole IOL, so he needs to solve this problem. So he decided to do a posterior capsulotomy, which he was very successful, and place the IOL in the bag, regular monofocal IOL, which, by the way, in this patient is very challenging, the calculation, and then place the extra focus in the sulcus. The extra focus, it's a hydrophobic IOL, which, as you will see, you can clearly see it with infrared light. So next day, this patient, 7 days after, was 20/25 J3. Very nice, because of course of the pinhole effect. This is how you can see it with the infrared light. There you can see how the hole in the back, you can clearly see it. See? Mm-hmm. With infrared biomicroscopy. And that's how you can see it. So my question to you guys, do you really see the place for this? Is this truly, as I think, the new kid in the block? Because we have so many aberrated corneas down there, so many post-LASIK, and I'm speaking about this, and we can include in this conversation the ICA too, that is doing the FDA trial.
Oliver, you want to go?
Well, I think also being a VR surgeon and some of these patients getting retinal detachment at some point in life, I'd like to have just a little more, why not have it similar to, the IC8 principle of having a black ring and then actually having a clear lens in the periphery. Because only if a patient has a very, very strongly dilating pupil under physiological conditions would that be an issue. That would put me at more ease, I must admit, because then if I need to do retinal detachment surgery, I'll have proper view of the peripheral retina, because that's going to be a little tough for that very small pinhole, and I don't have an infrared camera during surgery, not yet.
And would you consider, because this is an that's an IOL that goes in the sulcus, it's very easy to take it away. Would you consider that? Because,
well, of course you could do that, but that is yeah.
Yeah, I think the pinhole is still, has a comeback now. Amar Agarwal has done pinhole pupilloplasty, where he's really sewing the pupil down and gets great results for regular astigmatism. And then there's a whole bunch of companies developing sort of pharmacologic combinations and so forth. What's really prompting them is the presbyopia market. But of course, clinically, we'd love to have this for a lot of our patients that have nighttime issues from irregular corneas or just irregular astigmatism.
I think it's a start, it's a first step. Imagine in the future if they can adjust at least in 2 or 3 sizes of aperture, and you can adjust, customize a patient that has undergone previously a +5 LASIK or +4, and you can adjust that as sphericity with a bigger aperture. So I think it's interesting to start in that field.
Well, Roger, thank you very much. I want to thank all the presenters. I want to thank our panel, and thank you for staying. And
thank you very much.
We look forward to seeing you in Boston in 2020. Big year for ophthalmology.